live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field. Game 2 of the National League Wild Card Series coming your way on the show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you, and a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
Absolutely, and it might seem like there's not as much pressure if you've already got a win in Game 1, but they're dying to close this series out right here and now. The last thing they want is to lose the momentum and go into a do-or-die Game 3. That's a lot of pressure.
And now,
sometimes it feels like every game in a 3-game series is do-or-die. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here, and on the mound in this one, Cade Horton.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go now. This
Leading
is Bryce Terang.
Milwaukee, the second baseman, Bryce Terang.
Right down to shoot. So we're underway here in Game 2.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Bush steps on the bag. 1 out in the top of the first. Let's check out their lineup for this must-win contest. And singing, their production in the postseason has been underwhelming.
It's usually not great to have your whole team below the Mendoza line, Boog. These bats have been ice cold, and if they don't want their season to end in disappointment, they're going to need to make some noise in this ball game.
Now here is Sal Frelick. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Just missed. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Ranging back. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And now it's William Contreras. That misses, and that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Ball.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Man at second. Way high with that one. And it's 3-2. Out towards left center. On the move to the alley. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here comes Christian Yelich. First pitch misses. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
That one missed. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 outs and a runner at third here in game 2 of the wild card series. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. This is the National League Wild Card Series on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, and today's starter, Brandon Woodruff. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Nico Hoerner leading things off and takes a strike. Strike 2.
0-2.
Good eye in that spot.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Woodruff deals.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive. Makes a nice running catch. And there's 1 down. And let's take a look at the lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Ian Happ up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Fastball gets the inside corner at the knees. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One down, base is empty. Just
Ball.
off the inside corner. And the count 1-2. One out, base is empty. Out towards right center field. Collins pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Kyle Tucker stands in now and watches strike 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Up the middle. Fires over to Hoskins, and Tucker is retired. And that will end the inning. Nothing for the Cubbies in the opening frame. On to the second down from Wrigley with no score. Wild Card Series Game 2. And here is Hoskins.
Rhys Hoskins.
Horton back to work. And that misses. And that is ball 1.
No strike.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one's gone into the bleachers. And that should quiet this home crowd. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Jackson Chourio at the plate and takes high there. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. And another ball.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
That one misses. And now 3-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. Isaac Collins up now for the Brewers.
Isaac Collins.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Next offering is fouled back.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Chourio aboard here at first with nobody out. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Next pitch is outside. Runner at first with no outs here. And a good eye there.
Full count.
In the air, left field, down the line. This one looks like trouble. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the third baseman. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Man at second. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Corner flashes the leather on the run and catch.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Joseph Ortiz. Just missed. Swung on, belted. Back there. Into the shrubbery and out of here. They'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 4-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So the lineup flips over. Now here is Bryce Terang. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Missed with a changeup. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that's too high.
1 strike.
4 runs already in the frame here at the top of the second. And that one hammered. And that's a foul ball. That's a walk. Went with another changeup but missed the spot.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
The right fielder.
So a man at first. Sal Freeland digs in now. Doubled in his first AB. That just misses. Ball 1.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Grounder might be 2. Over to Swanson. He turns it back to first for 2, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game.
When I come out, they run out. I'll be working that stage to the sun out.
Back here at the friendly confines. Bottom half of inning number 2. And here's the first baseman, Michael Bush. And there's a strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Pete.
Next to hit, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Line drive, caught.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard-hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
The designated hitter,
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit.
Suzuki.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's into the bleachers, out of here. And they cut into the deficit. It's 4-2. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. Got in the jet stream on a line drive. You saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Base is empty, one away. Miguel Amaya will hit next. And there's a strike. Amaya launched a homer in his most recent game. And the 0-1. And it's fouled away. On the ground, right side, Terang. Throw to first in time.
Batting eighth, the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Swanson digs in. On the ground, out to short. On to first, and Swanson is set down. That's out number 3, but not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 4-2.
I've only seen a city for less snobs, streets, geeks, and actors with money preaches the past and many broken bridges. It's lined with barbed wire, not some pretty picket fences.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shelby and Chris Singleton all set for the start of the inning. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper is looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
And there's a ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Gets under it and pops it up. Horner makes the catch, and there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Now it's Christian Yelich. He's 0 for 1. Yelich goes 6 feet 3 inches, 33 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Right through there for a strike. And a pitch. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Full count.
Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Right side, hard hit. Bush takes it to the bag. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Rhys Hoskins.
Rhys Hoskins to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. There's your strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Pitch is in the dirt. 1-2 to count. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Brewers 4 and the Cubs 2. Set for the bottom of the third. So up now for Chicago, Matt Shaw. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Ball. 1-1.
That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swings and misses. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call. He probably should have gotten it. Didn't let it affect his focus. He came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Foul ball. The 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Makes the grab, and that ends the inning. Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Mike Soroka.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. Walked his first time. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Drew Pomeranz up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Miller getting loose as well. And a foul ball.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Isaac Collins. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. That one finds the corner. That's strike one. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. That one hit to right. Tucker under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Up next for Milwaukee, the third baseman.
Now the third baseman, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Outside with a breaking ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 2 of the wild card series. And that drops in for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two down, nobody on.
Ball 2.
And that one is in the dirt. And now it's 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Ortiz at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
That one the other way. Makes the catch, inning over. Brewers strand 1 as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Kyle Tucker. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a gold glover. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Chourio makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman,
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That one ripped but foul. The Cubbies down by a pair. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Fights it off. He'll see another. Out to short. Ortiz. In there safely.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 1 so far. Right through there for a strike. Bush stands at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Cut out and missed. Curveball struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. He's already homered in this game. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. To second, and he's out. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Cubs are down quietly. Still down by a count of 4-2. Wild Card Series Game 2. Here's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. Soroka back to work. Just off the inside edge.
Well, these Brewers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next offering upstairs. Breaking ball misses down and away. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
We'll just keep handing out gifts, Boo. Are we supposed to bring something?
See, I think just our presence is the present. So digging in, Sal Frelick, 1 for 2. Soroka throw over. Terang back in on a dive. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. That one finds the zone. And that is strike 2.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Nobody out. Runner at first. Outside low. And the count 1-2. In the dirt. Outside with a breaking ball.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
And ball 4 to a board.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
First and second, no outs. Up now for Milwaukee, William Contreras. 0 for 2 in this one.
Ball 1.
In the dirt, but kept close. First and second, no outs. And we're at the top of the 5th. And that one a little below the knees. 2 balls, no strikes. Turned on, but foul wide of third. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Two. And a foul ball, he stays alive. No outs, runners at first and second. Ripped on a line. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one away.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Here's Yelich at the dish. And a strike in there.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Ball.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there like he can.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. He shoots one out to right. It's 7-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Mike Soroka won't go any further tonight. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the
New
Cubs.
pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Aaron Savali. And he has some nasty breaking stuff.
Savali.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. That one's
Ball one,
upstairs, ball one. Still only one out here in the inning. Upstairs.
No, that's the ball.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
The left fielder, number 11, Jackson Chourio.
Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. He is struck out and he is walked. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Hoskins, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Inside. 2-2. And the count is even 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Isaac Collins now at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
Ball. 1-1.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one fouled off. That one outside, and that's ball 3.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's the third baseman. Fought off foul. First and second, 2 down. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it looks like trouble. 1 run across. Another comes in to score. And they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now it's the shortstop, Joseph Ortiz. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Two outs and 1 in scoring position. And now it's even up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's outside.
2-1.
Two outs. And it remains 2-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It's going to fall for a hit. The run comes in to score from second. It's an RBI single, and it's now 10-2. Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Aaron Savali will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now
pitching change here. Tyson Miller.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep this score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Terang.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That one fouled off. Strike three. Got him looking on the changeup. So in the end, 10 come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Brewers 10 and the Cubs 2. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Gets the call, and it's 0-1. It looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And that one misses up and in. 2-2.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
And that one cutting but missing down low. Gets a piece and stays alive. This one in the air. Ortiz. And out number 1 on the grab.
Oh, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Line to left. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. Grounded out to short in his first trip. That one ripped right center field. Collins, long run on his horse. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Amaya around third. Safe. It's 10-3.
Waste no time there. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Runner at third with one gone. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout. That clips the corner. Swanson stands at third with one gone in the inning. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Ball one there.
1-2.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Got him swinging.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
2 outs and a runner at third. Last half of inning number 5. That one drilled left field, and that'll do it. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. It's the Brewers 10 and the Cubs 3. Back here at Wrigley Field, top of the 6th inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, catcher William Contreras.
Next for Milwaukee, William Contreras. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
And there's one down.
Now
we haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Yelich, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. The Brewers up big in this one here in game 2 of the wild card series. Tap foul at the plate. Foul ball, still 0-2. That one missed. Man at first, one away. And the sweeper misses.
2-2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two on the way. Fly ball center field. Crow Armstrong in and to his right. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 12, Rhys Hoskins.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Miller, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016.
Right through there for a strike.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Grounds one to short. Tosses across to first. And that is the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1, but they still lead by 7. It's 10-3. Bottom of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Ian
The
Happ.
left fielder, Ian Happ.
Strike in the outside corner. 0-1. Woodruff ready to fire now. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Good late cut for the strikeout there.
Number
That thing
30.
really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Now he steps off to reset. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
And that's off the inside edge. Going to count 1-2. Swings and chases a low one there. Up with it, fires to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Now batting, the first baseman, Michael Bush.
2 outs, base is empty. Michael Bush getting ready to hit. He's 2 for 2. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head to the 7th now in Game 2. It's the Brewers 10 and the Cubs 3.
Now pitching.
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Andrew
Number
Kittredge.
59. Andrew Kittredge.
Jackson Chorio digs in now.
A walk and a pair of strikeouts.
Misses outside. 1-0.
Hey!
That's inside.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And he grounds one to the right side. To first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
The center fielder, number 6, Isaac.
Next for the Brewers, Isaac Collins.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Just missed.
Down low.
And that is out of play. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Now batting, third baseman, Caleb Durbin.
One gone, runner at first. Now the third baseman. In the dirt. Collins over at first with one away. Just missed. Here's a 2-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. Ground ball right side, could be 2. There's one on the first, double play, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Brewers 10 and the Cubs 3. As expected, we're going into a rain delay, and I have a feeling this is going to be a long break, Singy. It is really coming down as they put the tarp on the infield.
Yeah, I think we kind of saw this one coming, Boog, and it's not going to be a short break either, so guess we go grab some coffee or something, man. Go sneak in a game of the show before play picks back up.
Bring it. welcome you back with good news. The tarp is off the field, and it's done raining here at the ballpark, so we can get back to action. Number 39, the new pitcher, looks ready to go. And aren't we all? A long pause in the action, but now it's time to go once again. So digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Fires over to Hoskins. One up, one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Next is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. This one high in the air to left center. Collins has a beat on it. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs.
2 down, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He sends it out of here. His second home run of the series. It's 10-4.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. And he takes a strike. The 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball. In the air, right field. Freeland pulls it down, and the inning is over. But a solo home run will at least get this closer to respectability. It's now a 10-4 score. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Drew Pomeranz.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Up now for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. And first offering is fouled off. And ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hard hit left side. Gets it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Bryce.
Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. That's in for a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Daniel Palencia getting loose out there. The 0-2. And that skips into dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That
No,
misses
that's the
the
ball.
zone. 2-2.
That's a good pitch
2
there.
balls, 2
Really
strikes.
had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
Full count.
And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Raging back towards the wall. And that is gone. He muscles that one out the opposite way, and they add a run. It's 11-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Now, Sal Frelick. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the grab on the run. 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
William Contreras will hit next. There's a strike. Way inside.
Ball 2. Ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And that one's gone. He circles the bases. Second home run of the inning for him. It's 12-4. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Look at that. Pure reaction. Fastball up and in. Not an easy pitch to get to, but because it was just a reflex, he didn't have time to get long with his swing.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Drew Pomeranz gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher in the
Cubs.
game for the Cubs, Daniel
Number 48.
Palencia. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Palencia.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. And we're back, ready for the bottom of the 8th. So up now for Chicago, Matt Shaw. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. a gigantic blast. It's 12-5. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Back to the top of the order now. So here's Horner now. And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming.
Now pitching for
Tobias Myers gets the ball now.
Number 36.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And first offering is fouled off. Up the middle, Terang. Tosses to first.
He's out.
One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. That clips a corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
That one lifted to left. Chorio on the move. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Now batting, the right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Kyle Tucker.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And that's in the dirt.
1-2.
The 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. This one popped up. On his way over. Brings it in. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the 9th. Up now for Milwaukee, Rhys Hoskins. Down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Number 43, the left-hander, up and throwing. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1.
0-2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as he's coming in to let him know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
The center fielder, number 6,
Isaac Collins now at the plate. That misses. Ball 1. Palencia
1-0.
in his second season, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a splitter, and he occasionally uses a curve. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. And out of here. He made him pay for that one. It's 14-5.
Most times it's the pitcher looking at the scoreboard for velocity, but in this case it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits at the dish. I don't even know how he saw that pitch. Maybe he didn't, but he got a home run out of it.
Number 21 stands in now, looks at that one inside.
No strikes.
The Brewers up big in this one here in the late stages of game 2. That one way inside.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
One down, base is empty. The other way, calls it in, 2 away.
The batter, the shortstop, Joseph Ortiz.
2 down, base is empty. Joseph Ortiz up now for the Brewers. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And another ball. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in game 2 of the wild card series. Next offering upstairs. Bryce Terang would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Terang in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Half makes the grab on the run. Bottom 9. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Michael Busch.
Michael Busch.
Myers back to work. Climb the ladder with that fastball. 0-1. And that's down and away. On the ground to first. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Chorio makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Coming home. He's safe as he gets his hand in. It's 14-6. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. And now the catcher comes up to him, Miguel Amaya. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Hoskins snags it for the second out.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Dansby.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Dansby Swanson. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
No ball.
Suzuki at second with 2 down. Myers is just 1 strike away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Man on second, 2 down. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Chopped left side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers slug their way to a win in this one. Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
14-6, the final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.